My name is Timothy Hewlett. On the surface, there is seemingly no explanation as to why I struggle with my mental well-being. I find it difficult to occupy my own skin. I think part of that stems from the male archetype that's perpetuated within our culture. I don't fit this stereotype. I'm more comfortable talking about my feelings than I am talking about the football. My earliest memory is of going to see The Lion King with my family. And the little boy who walked into that cinema came back out on 4 legs instead of 2. I decided that I would be a lion. I would sing and dance with fierce pride, just like Simba. And this formed the basis of my identity. It filled me with a sense of purpose. And beginning school changed everything. I became aware that I wasn't normal. Pride turned to fear. I'd seen what being different could cost, and I wasn't willing to pay that price. I would not risk revealing my true self to anyone for many years. I was 10 when I had my first anxiety attack. I couldn't get out of the car and walk into school. I think it was my body's way of communicating that something was wrong. My transformation from a wildly curious boy into an exceptionally angry teenager was complete. You become so accustomed to chaos and disharmony that you don't recognise their presence as a sign of mental instability. Having bipolar is like being caught between 2 opposing forces. It's like being Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. At 24 years old, I was defeated. I wanted out. The worst part was the effect it was having on my relationships. My friends and family were all aware that something was wrong, but how could they know what? I forced my miserable, cantankerous self on everyone, and while I was ashamed of how I was behaving, I couldn't control how I felt. Receiving a medical diagnosis was a huge relief. It opened up a space for conversation with my family around mental health, and I finally began to open up and discover who I was all over again. Whenever I had a manic episode, I would always return to the idea that I am Simba. And it was what this meant that terrified me the most. Was I psychotic? And would people laugh at me? I decided it didn't matter. I have the spirit of a lion, and nobody can take that away from me. I still feel fear, I still feel doubt, and I am by no means perfect, but I am enough for me. And when I'm feeling lost and like I have no purpose, I remember that I am Simba, and it gives me the courage to be a lion when I feel more like a house cat.